Hello, beautiful vloggers. It's your girl Shay
and Kim. Be sure to like this video, give it a big thumbs up.
Yes.
And also subscribe for the latest upload.
Yes. And also, we just want you to know that we do have the timestamps in the description box.
Yes.
So if you want to skip certain parts and figure out what part of the episode you want to hear about, just check the description box. We have all the timestamps ready to go. All right?
Definitely. So we are going to be recapping and reviewing.
Yes.
Power.
It was a good one.
Started off with a bang, and
yes.
we so needed that since we had to wait a whole year.
I'm like, finally, it's here, it's ready to go.
Yes.
So, you know, the episode starts off with, of course, Ghost in jail.
He's in jail, y'all, for a murder.
And they think he murdered the FBI agent Greg Knox.
Yes.
Who Angela was sleeping with.
Oh.
Yes, we'll get to that. So, he actually didn't do it. No. It was actually Agent Mike Sandoval, who I believe is a U.S. attorney or something, because Angela is an attorney as well. So he's one of the attorneys.
Yeah.
He's actually the one who did it. And
Ghost is getting blamed for it. He's sitting in jail.
And if you remember, the reason why he killed him is because Agent Knox had figured out that Sandoval was working with Jefe, the Mexican drug lord or whatever that look at this big old curl. That the Mexican drug lord that Ghost and Tommie killed.
Yeah.
And so, he was there connecting all that stuff, and he was in prison, and he was gonna turn state's witness and all of that stuff. Sandoval killed him because Sandoval had been working with him all along.
Yep.
And doing some real shady stuff. So Sandoval killed him and planted all of Ghost's DNA all over the apartment and stuff. So now Angela believes that Ghost did it because she found it. They all found that DNA and all this stuff. Now his fingerprints were outside the
but they
building.
couldn't find it inside.
Right, because he climbed the fire escape so he could get the tapes.
But
he
was
broke
outside.
into the man's apartment.
But there's no evidence of him actually killing him though.
Right, and they didn't have any fingerprints inside the apartment because he wore gloves.
Yeah,
which was smart.
He was smart.
But his dumb ass took the gloves off before he got down the fire escape. So, you big dummy. That's like
the whole episode.
That's like breaking into somebody's house and keeping the gloves on while you in the house and being closing the door with the gloves off so your hands on the doorknob.
I mean, dang, just watch the ID channel, dude. Like,
that was so stupid. But then it's more craziness because Tariq is missing.
And Tasha is trying to figure out where he is. She's flipping out. Like,
because
where is he?
Last season, 50 Cent's character, Kanan, has Tariq.
Yep.
But Tariq didn't even know he was kidnapped because they was drugging him and stuff, and he was drinking lean.
He was knocked out.
And they took a picture and sent it to Tasha, like, yeah, we want such and such amount of money.
Yep.
And was holding them for ransom.
And
but he didn't even know.
She didn't know who that text was from either.
Yep.
So it was like this whole connection of where is my child at? And now, this whole situation with Ghost just popped out the blue. Like, she didn't even know where she was been trying to get in touch with Ghost. Like, where are you? Our son is missing. I got this ransom text.
Yep.
Da-da-da-da-da.
So it's a situation where both of the guys in her life, her son is missing and her husband is in jail.
Yes.
Ooh. And then, at first, she didn't even know because it was the attorney Proctor who called her to tell her that he was in jail.
Yes.
And then Proctor is like, but you can't tell him, when you talk to Ghost, because he's in jail.
Don't tell him Tariq is missing because
he needs to be able to focus. He needs to be calm. He's going through a hard, difficult situation.
Yes.
And you cannot stress him out.
No.
But hell, she's stressed out.
I mean, this whole episode, he stressed her out.
This episode stressed me out.
I was depressed. I asked Shay, are you depressed? Because I feel depressed.
This is a crazy episode. Yes. So then
that Andre dude.
Okay, so I'm not feeling Andre. He's
shady.
I've wanted to like Andre for a long time. I thought he was flip-flopper. He's kind of cute.
Yeah,
but that's cute. Him in real life. But his character, I'm not feeling him. Because he's playing both sides.
Exactly.
He's playing one side with Ghost. He's playing another side with Kanan. But at least, he is really trying his best to get Tariq back from Kanan.
Yeah. But the way he goes about it,
he's just shady. Yeah. He's just super shady.
He told Tommie about
Ghost being arrested.
And, Tommie is like, what?
Let's talk about how last season I thought that LaLa character, Keyshia, was dead.
I thought she was dead too.
I thought Keyshia was
And I honestly thought she was dead because I didn't get a chance to see like the last 2 episodes.
Yep.
Excuse me. So that's something I have to catch up on sometime today.
Well, I saw it. It was good.
I didn't know. I thought she was there because the whole season last season she wasn't there at all.
She was there for part of the season, but yeah, she did go missing.
Yeah.
And it was when Tommie had came to see her. I thought Tommie killed her. Turns out that Tommie just hid her from Milan.
Yeah. Which is understandable.
And then they killed Milan.
Yeah. But that would make sense.
They shot him all in his face. They was like, pow, pow. Shot him all in his face. Man. So yeah, turns out she's not dead. Yep. I thought LaLa was dead. I mean Keyshia.
Yeah, Keyshia.
You know,
I call her like
I thought Kanan was dead until last season.
Well, yeah, we saw how he came back to life
and burned him up in the warehouse and all that stuff, and they still think he dead.
But you know what? How did he not get burned?
He did have burns.
He do have.
You didn't see that episode?
Oh yeah, I did.
Girl, and he came back, and he was. Well,
I did. Wasn't I here with you?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Anika Noni Rose or whatever her name is.
I love her.
Her character, she's she is a gangster in the show.
I love her.
And she's a police officer, but she a crooked cop. Yeah. And we saw her killing people last season.
Yes.
So anyway, when he came to life, he came back. She took care of him. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you remember?
Yeah.
So okay,
I love her.
So anyway, she's part of the whole plot to get money out of the family, hold Tariq for ransom and all of this stuff.
Yeah, that was a mess.
So how about when Proctor, the ghost lawyer, went to go see his ex, the mother of his kids, and
she's sniffing coke, or she cocaine?
Yeah, she a cokehead.
Talking about it's my weekend with him, with the kid. I'm sorry, with the little girl. Right?
Yeah.
She like, it's my weekend with the kids and da-da-da-da, and she's all messed up, all strung out.
Why you got the daughter there while you snorting coke?
Right.
Girl, bye.
And they got it all on your nightstand?
Yes. Yep.
Dang.
Yes.
What if that little girl get into that?
And then she said, I'm going to call the cops and tell them you got me addicted.
Yes.
She's a trip.
Ooh.
I wonder what's going to happen to her. I wonder if she's going to be a flyaway character or if they're going to have really something going on for her.
Hopefully she's a flyaway character.
No, I hope she come back.
Hopefully she's, because that would be so messed up.
Girl.
But she get his lawyer in trouble.
But that would make for a good show.
Yeah, but he needs his lawyer.
I'll be here for it, okay? I will be here for it.
Listen, Ghost needs his lawyer. He know what to do.
Yeah. Well, I'm mad at Ghost for the way he treated Tasha the past couple seasons, so
shoot, the way
let him stay there for a minute.
This whole episode.
Let's talk about Charlie Murphy cameo. We love Charlie Murphy. Rest in peace to Charlie Murphy.
Oh my God, yes.
Did not know he was going to be on this season.
No, and I'm so glad that, you know, he did something in his legacy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like right now.
Yeah.
Because it's so
crazy
recent.
Because, you know, I just went to a comedy show with Cedric the Entertainer. George Lopez was there. D.L. Hughley, Eddie Griffin. And
he was supposed
Charlie Murphy was supposed to be there, and they just ran like a clip of his, like some of his comedy skits and stuff.
Yeah,
it was just like really sad, you know. And so to see him, I actually had to rewind it a couple times.
Yeah, because I was
like, is that Charlie Murphy?
I thought it wasn't until when he said something. I'm like, yep, that's his voice.
That's his voice.
That's his voice.
So rest in peace, Charlie Murphy. He plays a guard on this episode. Oh, but we're going to get to more of him because he's in more of the episode.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know, rest in peace, Charlie Murphy. So that happens. And then, you know, Proctor finally tells Tasha that it was Angela who got Ghost arrested.
She got
who actually arrested him because, you know, she showed up at the club and arrested him.
But you know what? She had to know something was up with that chick.
She did.
Because it just...
Everybody tried to tell Ghost to leave that girl alone. Tommie tried to tell him. I think Dre tried to tell him. And I think Tasha definitely tried to tell her.
Well, yeah, she didn't like the girl.
And she like, why you sleeping with the enemy?
Yeah.
You sleeping with a fed.
Fool.
She worked for the she is a federal prosecutor.
He is a straight up.
That's got to be the dumbest.
Why would you do that?
When they talk about men thinking with the small head, not the big head.
Yeah.
That's exactly why you locked up right now, Ghost, because you got yourself involved with somebody, and then her boss needed to frame somebody, so he didn't look guilty. So he framed you because you were the easiest to get to.
Yep.
You so stupid.
Oh, he's very dumb.
You're so dumb.
He's dumb.
I like Ghost, but you dumb.
Left your wife for the side piece. Come on now.
Okay. And the side piece is the reason why you're locked up.
Stay with the main course.
Remind me of that Akon song. Locked up. Yep.
Exactly.
You the reason.
You locked up and miserable.
Okay. So, yeah. And then we have So then we cut to the scene where they want to get Tariq back. Yeah. And they're trying to figure out what's going on with Tariq. And Dre is there talking to 50 Cent's character, Kanan, and Anika Noni Rose's character, who plays the crooked cop, and saying, like, listen, I can get y'all some money, turn this boy over to his family. Now, mind you, Tariq still doesn't know anything because Tariq is asleep.
Yeah, he don't know.
Because they didn't gave him all that lean. You know, and lean is like promethazine, and then they mix it with alcohol or something like that.
Knock his ass
and
out.
Sprite or whatever they do with that. So, yeah, they had the little 14-year-old boy drinking lean. That's messed up. And so he knocked out, and they sitting there while he's knocked out talking about how they going to play this whole ransom situation. Are they going to kill him?
Oh my God.
And poor baby, you know, he's so busy being a rebellious teenager, he don't know
what's going on.
But he a lot like his daddy. Just like his daddy was chilling with the enemy, you chilling with the enemy.
Very much close enemy.
You don't even know it.
He don't even know. He is in a web. He is
this
in a
man,
web.
Kanan is trying to get your daddy back by any means necessary.
And he's using family at this point.
Your daddy sent that man to prison.
Yes.
And your daddy tried to kill him in that warehouse. You don't even know. So this is when you should listen to your dang on parents. Because you messing around with somebody who is more dangerous than your actual father, baby.
Pretty much.
Kanan is like...
He is out for revenge.
He is. Yes, he is.
He's out for revenge, and he's going to use blood.
He is out cold.
He is using blood.
Kanan is out cold, okay?
Well, can you blame him?
No, you can't blame him.
No, you can't. So
they tell Dre, like, if you want us to let him go and let him go home, we want $50,000 a week.
Well, first he said like
10
or 15.
10 or 15.
And then
they was like
Anika Rose was like 50. Well, because 50.
Yeah, because he said I could give you. He was talking to Kanan and said I can give you like 10 or 15 or something. And then she was like, no, we want that a piece.
Yeah.
Per person.
And he was like $50,000.
Yep.
But you gonna have to make it happen, honey.
But that's
to get that little boy back to his mama.
Yes.
Child. So he had to make it happen, like.
Yes.
You know.
And then Tasha and Tommie finally figure out why Ghost was arrested and it's behind this murder.
Yeah.
Where his fingerprints was there, but he didn't do it. He didn't do it. But all because he was sleeping with the enemy. He just was thinking with the little head. Mm-hmm. And the whole last season, I was so mad at Ghost. I was so mad at Ghost.
Yeah, because of the way he
treated Tasha so bad.
He messed her up. Like
I wonder if they're gonna have her pregnant on this season because you know she's pregnant in real life.
They have to because they have to edit it in somehow.
But she real pregnant now, which means that the show is already done filming.
Well, it'll be in the beginning stages.
She could be in the beginning stages, so they might not have her pregnant. But I wonder if she's gonna be pregnant on this season.
But then he convinced Tommie. Mm-hmm. Is that when he convinces her that Kanan? Because remember she was asking, what if Kanan has Tariq?
Yeah, and then she like, he dead, right? He dead. See, they think he dead. Kanan ain't dead though.
Hey, what a spoiler.
They trying to convince him.
Cause literally, I'm like,
they think Kanan is dead. Kanan not dead though. Kanan is here for it.
He's here.
Kanan ready for war. Okay, he is ready for war, and everybody think Kanan dead.
He out for blood.
Yeah,
he out for everything. He out for everybody. Be cautious.
Excuse me.
He might be after you.
And then when Tariq wakes up, Kanan wants to tell Tariq about
Ghost being...
Yeah, because at first they said you got to come up with a story. Because we lied to your mom and said we was playing a joke on your mom and said we was holding you for ransom. Oh, yeah,
because he can't tell her that, oh, yeah, I was at Kanan's.
Right. Well, he don't know that his name is Kanan. He called him Slim.
Well, yeah, he was texting him.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get into that in a minute.
His name, he called him Slim. So, Kanan, when Tariq wakes up, Kanan is like, okay, so we played a practical joke on your mom, and we sent the picture of you asleep, and we pretended we were holding you for ransom. Now, Tariq is too stupid or too young.
Realize.
Because he's still a kid.
Yeah.
He don't realize nobody would really play a joke like that. Nobody would really play a joke like that. That doesn't even sound like a joke somebody would play, but he buys it. Mm-hmm. And then Dre, you know, they talking to him and all that stuff. And they telling Dre, like, you know, you gonna have to take him home and all of this stuff. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then, right before they about to leave, Kanan like, I gotta tell you one more thing. And Dre like, no, you can't tell him. You can't tell him. He deserved to know the truth.
Yep.
And tells him, you know, your father was arrested.
Blindsided.
And then he said, whatever your father did, he was guilty.
Yep. whatever your father did.
Because the information hadn't come out yet what exactly he did.
He doesn't even know exactly why he was arrested. He just like, whatever he did, he guilty.
Yep. And it's crazy. So then Dre takes Tariq home.
Yep.
Tariq walked through the door telling that little bold-faced lie.
I was with some friends. We met up somewhere.
That story kept changing.
It kept changing between him and Dre.
They couldn't get that story. I'm like, how long was y'all on the road? You should have came up with a better lie.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, Tommie is like, so who are these people in these pictures with you?
Right. Because the other guy in the room got in the picture. Anyway, they start lying. He like, oh, it's just my friend Slim. Where do you know Slim from? He keep coming up with a lie. Like, then he changed his lie again.
I don't even know what the lie was.
Then he changed his lie again. Like, oh yeah, I was lying. I had just met them and they was playing a joke and all this stuff. But Tommie don't believe it.
No, he don't. He in the streets.
And Tommie cornered Dre like, so what's the real story?
Exactly.
Because you lying.
You a bush. What did I say? Real recognize real and bush recognize bullshit.
Yeah. Can't bullshit a bullshit.
No.
You can't bullshit a bullshit. Listen, Tommie is a street dude.
Yes.
You can't run game on Tommie. Okay? Milan tried that and ended up dead. So you can't run game on Tommie.
No.
Tommie here for it. No. Tommie had you thinking that you playing him and he'll be playing
I got a feeling he gonna keep a very close watch on Dre.
Yeah.
That's probably why he told that girl to be there.
What girl?
That prostitute. Not prostitute. Remember, he told one of the dudes.
Oh, you talking about the bar scene?
Mm-hmm. He got somebody on close
He
watch.
said, because I didn't know that was your girl or something. The guy was like, that's not my girl. He was like, yeah, she looked like a pro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She could be a plant.
Yeah.
That's
what
true.
I'm saying. He knows.
Because that guy worked for Tommie.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and he was like, and Dre was like, Ghost left me in charge. And the guy was like, well, Tommie left me in charge. So after that happens, Proctor, goes to see Ghost while he's locked up and tells him, they found your DNA at the crime scene and they found it on the windowsill and the fire escape. And that's what I was talking about because I remember he took his gloves off before he was out of there all the way.
He is not a like a real criminal.
But you've been a criminal your whole life.
But you don't know the tricks of the trade.
You've been running the streets, I guess, because maybe he was dealing in drugs and not really robbery or something.
No fingerprint, dude. Your finger.
It was just not a smart decision to take them gloves off. But anyway, so yeah, Agent, what's his name? Sandoval?
Yeah.
The lawyer, he planted all that stuff except the windowsill fingerprints.
Yeah.
He did that to himself.
At least they weren't inside. You know what I mean?
Like, I can't wait till they catch him. Sandoval. Oh, I can't wait.
But you see how even grungy.
But that's why he killed Knox.
Yeah.
Because Knox figured it out. And Knox, dumbass, gonna call him to his house and say, yeah, I figured out that you did this, and that. And then he killed him. Like, you should have just turned him in, big stupid.
Yeah, that would have been
That's something my cousin would say, you big stupid.
You big stupid.
So, then Keyshia finds out what LaLa character, Keyshia. She finds out everything that happened because now Ghost is on the news.
Yeah. And wasn't that when Tommie came over there?
Yeah, and he was trying to tell her to go home.
Come on, let's go.
She like, I ain't going home. I'm scared. Scared for my life.
Right.
I ain't going nowhere.
I mean, you can't blame her though.
She like, I'm not leaving.
I don't blame her.
So then we get to Tasha. And Tasha trying to get the bail money because Proctor told her she gonna need about $2 million.
Yep. And it had about $2 million money, like clean money, not no bags of money, like moving weight.
And she like, how you know all this stuff about us?
Yeah, she's smarter than us. She like, how do you know?
He like, I just know. It's my job to know.
And that's a good answer.
But it is his job to know. But she don't know that. He know all the stuff Ghost been doing.
Yeah.
So he tells her, like, listen, you got to get clean money. Like, and it's got to be completely clean.
Yeah.
So she goes to the bank. First she goes to see about the stocks and bonds.
Yeah.
Finds out Ghost sold them already.
Yeah. He wiped her out.
Didn't tell her.
No.
Then she goes to the bank to check the security deposit box.
Gone.
With a note.
Wiped her out.
Couldn't tell what the note said because
we literally had to walk up to the TV. They did some bad editing with that one.
Yeah, what did the note say?
Right.
It said, sorry, Tasha, and then something else.
Yeah.
But whatever the note said, it wasn't no damn money in there.
Nope.
It was no money.
And now she got to figure out how she's going to get $2 million.
Yes.
To get him out. And you took all the money.
Then he's in the, what is it called? The mess hall?
Yeah.
And Charlie Murphy, love Charlie Murphy. Yeah. Murphy. I said Mercy. Mercy. I love Charlie Murphy. Okay, so then Charlie Murphy is in the cafeteria. You know, he's a guard. And he knocks Ghost's food down.
On the floor.
And that's when we figure out what his problem is. He called him a cop killer.
He whispered in his ear, cop killer.
Yep.
So, you know, if you in jail for murdering anybody in law enforcement,
you're going to have some problems on your hands.
So he basically made him not eat his food.
Yes. And then let's talk about when the elevator opens up.
Well, Keyshia came over.
Yes. Okay.
She came over to talk to Tasha about what's going on, and she knows that girl has something to do with it because I don't know her name.
Angela
has something to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
And they talking, and Tasha's like, I feel like I'm living in a nightmare.
Yes.
And like she slowly turns around.
Because, Tasha back was to the elevator.
It was to the elevator.
Keyshia was facing the elevator, and she looked like she seen a ghost.
Yeah. She turned pale, and then Tasha turns around slowly.
And the elevator doors open.
Feds come right on in.
Search warrant. All of them. It reminded me on Billions.
Yeah.
When all the feds came to get, what's his name?
Yep.
Yep.
On Showtime.
No, they came to get the other guy too.
Oh, what's his name? Can't think of his name. Anyway, it's Billions Showtime.
Yeah, Billions on Showtime is a really good show. Yeah. But anyway, okay, so the feds come in, and lo and behold,
who comes in the door with them?
Angela. I can't stand this damn woman. I haven't liked her since season 1. I don't know, people might have liked her season 1, but I just thought season 1, I never liked the side chick.
I don't either.
She's a pretty girl, but I never liked the side chick.
I always stick to the main course. The name.
She's an appetizer.
Yeah.
So, anyway, she walks in. Tasha is pissed. Keyshia ready to fight her.
Yeah, basically.
Keyshia
Tasha like it. Now's not the time.
But I'm like, Keyshia, you're not really about that life because you were scared as hell with Tommy House just like 10 minutes ago.
They should not have done that.
But I guess she was more scared because she like the feds might come get me.
Yeah. I don't like her. But she don't like Angela though. So I mean, she bossed up.
She did,
you know.
And that's her friend.
Yeah. I would have done the same thing.
And you the side chick.
Even if I'm scared as shit about them coming after me, I'm still gonna stand up for you.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a good point. That's a good point.
You in my friend house. What if her kids were there?
Speaking of kids, Angela asked her, do you have a loaded weapon? She was like, no, because I don't keep loaded weapons around my children. That was shade. Ooh. That was shade because remember last season, Tariq got in trouble at school because he had a loaded gun and it was Angela's and it was registered to her. And they said the gun was registered to a federal agent.
Yep. That was some
shade. I caught it, baby. I was like, ooh, one on the board for Tasha. Woo. So then, right as she's showing them where the gun is, but the gun wasn't loaded, but she's showing them where the gun is. Oh, Raina comes home.
Yeah.
Poor baby.
Yeah.
Sees the feds in her house.
And she's like, I thought you loved my father.
And tells that to Angela.
Mm-hmm.
She was very upset. As anybody would be.
Yeah.
Any child would be.
Absolutely. So in the next scene, Tommie was talking to all the people, giving them a motivational pep talk.
Yes.
That's what I call it.
Motivational speech.
He was, though.
Yes. And he telling them that Milan is gone. He don't really tell them that he killed him.
No.
He just said Milan is gone and I'm the new connect.
Mm-hmm.
And everything going through me.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, we're going to see what's going on with Tommie being a connect. I'm sure it's going to be a lot going on with that as the season progresses. Because Tommie has always wanted to be the connect.
Yeah.
He's always wanted that elevated position. Mm-hmm. When Ghost wanted to get out of that life, Tommie always
was ready to step in like, I want this. I'm not ready to give it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, we had this guy named Toni Teresi. We got to pay attention to him.
Yeah,
because something going on with him. I don't know if he about to be a witness.
He got to have something because, like, why would they just abruptly have him on?
And they have this new attorney talking to him, the Asian guy.
We can get the parole officers, because
he's doing 51 years for a bunch of murder charges and stuff, but the man's wife is dying of cancer.
Yeah. And
so they're like, we can get you out earlier, parole board or whatever.
Right. He like, well, my wife's going to die anyway.
Yes.
The way he said that, I'm like, dang, he is not no snitch.
The prosecutor was like, well, maybe you can go to the funeral. Like, he didn't care either. No. Maybe you can go to the funeral.
And walk out.
Yes. He sure did.
So what was the point of that? They thought he was gonna turn.
So now Tasha got to find out how to get some money.
Yeah.
To get Ghost out of jail. So now she's making calls to get the trust fund money. And my thing is like, this man done screwed you over so much. Don't screw over your kids trying to. I'm sorry. Maybe she a better one than me.
She probably think like if he get out, he can quickly make that back. But you got to think about it. Like, you taking money out your kids' trust fund just to get your man out, who was not really your man anymore.
She a better one than me. And then Proctor confronts Angela, and he just thinks she wants revenge for being dumped. And she's right. I mean, but see, what she don't know is he dumped her to protect her. But at the same time, it doesn't really matter because y'all shouldn't have been together no way.
No. I can't even say you should have been got rid of her. That don't make sense.
You should have never been with her.
Yeah, exactly.
At all.
He was married.
Yes. And then Tasha goes to see Ghost, and he apologizes for the money missing and the trust fund and tells her about the necklace. And, you know, don't worry about it. Ain't enough money in it. But, you know, he bought that for Angela anyway. But, you know, he apologizes and all that stuff. But I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, he said something about you got to go see somebody. Now, who was that person?
Go see Dean.
Dean. Somebody
now,
named
and Dean, okay, season 2, for all the people who maybe forgot some stuff in season 2 or whatever, but Dean in season 2 was actually Milan.
Right.
He didn't know Milan's real name yet. Dean was the guy he contracted to be his security. Turns out that he was really a Russian drug lord or something like that, and it was really Milan. So what he was saying was, I killed Milan. So Milan and Dean were the same person. So go get the money that I paid them to be my security.
Right.
So then that's, you know, what he was trying to tell her to do, but she didn't know who Dean was.
Right. And basically that's what Tommie was telling her.
Yeah. And then he tells her, you know, it's not, she like, what are we going to do for money? Because the apartment is a rental.
Yes.
We really don't own the club, Truth.
No.
I didn't know that their apartment was a rental. I didn't know that. So it's just like, y'all got all that money. You should have bought a house. You should have actually had some assets.
That's what I'm saying. They have nothing.
Nothing.
That's crazy.
You renting that apartment. You know how much money you flushing down the drain? That apartment in New York City, that's a penthouse. Yeah. That apartment probably like 30, 40 grand a month.
Yeah. Easily.
Easy. Maybe more.
You could have bought a house.
You could have. You could have had.
You could have been got a house.
They have no assets. See, now that's crazy to me that y'all been living like that.
Right.
Y'all like money, keeping up with the Joneses type living. You got all that money
to show for it.
You cleaning all that money for what?
Right. And have nothing to show for it.
Child.
But something that's somebody else's. Okay.
Then, you know, Angela, she walks in while they talking about everything that's going on as far as, you know, she want to be a part of this case.
Right.
And she's upset because she wants to be second chair to Sandoval, who is the actual murderer.
Right.
The murderer. So the murderer is trying the case.
Yeah.
The murderer is the one trying to put Ghost in prison for a murder he committed. And she wants to sit second chair because she don't even know.
Oh.
And then the other guy who really gonna sit second chair tells her like, well,
I just need you to give me the information.
He was like, it doesn't really matter. You can't sit second chair anyway because this is a conflict of interest. Right. You was fucking the defendant and the victim.
Right.
We paused the TV. So we was laughing so hard.
That was so funny.
He told her entire life.
Yes, he did.
The shade that he gave her. Okay. Now that's when I talk about solar eclipse shade. That was the shade of a lifetime. He said you can't sit second chair. You was fucking the defendant and the victim. And she was.
There's no comeback from that.
And she was, though.
You can't come back.
The worst shade is when the shade is truthful.
Yeah. You can't have a comeback. Sorry.
What can you say?
Nothing.
Child. So, yeah. And then Tasha and Tommie, you know, they talking about how to get the money back from Dean.
Right.
And she didn't know who Dean was. And he had to explain to her that Dean was Milan.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's crazy.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we have Dre And he trying to make moves with Tommie, but Tommie don't trust him.
No, and he has every right not to.
Tommie don't want anything to do with him. Mm-hmm. And you know what, Tommie, go with your gut because he's running back and forth between you and Kanan.
Exactly. So
but you know, wasn't Kanan extorting him or something last season because he was threatening his daughter or something like that? He was like, I know who your daughter is. I think that's why Dre is working with him. He really don't want to work with Kanan. I think Kanan got some information about his daughter. He know where he live and all kind of stuff. He showed up at his house or something like that. Because, you know, 50 Cent character is super shady.
Well, yeah, of course.
He showed up at Dre's house like, you going to help me with whatever I need to get him back. Otherwise, it's not a problem with your daughter.
He got an issue with always getting with blood. He is very shady.
Yeah. He will kill anybody you love.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much so.
He killed his own son.
Well, yeah. I remember.
Killed his own son. So,
he don't care.
He don't care. So, then they go to court.
And that was something else.
They want to get bail.
Yep. They've been trying to work on getting bail for him. And it even seemed like the judge was trying to allow him to get house arrest for a minute.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, he gonna get off.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. But the guy, the Asian guy, who is the new prosecutor.
Right, he brought up the evidence.
And, you know, we got to make an example out of him because he killed a cop.
Right. But then I like how Ghost's lawyer was like, well, he, you know, sets an example. You know what I'm saying? So what, he's just a black guy?
Yeah.
You know how he said, you know.
But as soon as he said that, that's when she told him you remanded without bail.
Yeah. Well, that whole law enforcement thing.
Yeah.
Killed a law enforcement.
At first, she was going to give him house arrest.
Officer. Yeah. Yep. It sounded like she was going to let him get off because I'm like, cool.
Because him and Tasha was super excited.
Yeah. And then it
didn't work out.
Nope.
So then, Dre goes to give Kanan the money.
Yep. But it wasn't all of it, was it?
Yeah, he gave him all.
He gave him all of it?
Dre was like, because Kanan started counting it.
He did give him all.
And Dre was like, you don't have to count it. And he was like, you know, I don't know what you about. You know what I'm saying? Basically, he telling him, I don't trust you. And then Dre asked Kanan to stay away from Tariq. And he did this little smirk. The minute Kanan smirked, I knew he's not gonna stay away from him.
He's not done with him.
He's not done.
He's not.
He's doing whatever he can to get back at what's his name?
And he was texting.
Because Kanan is vengeful.
He was texting Tariq like,
how you feeling?
Are you keeping your head up? And he's like, when can we? Tariq is texting him, when can we meet up again? Can we link up again? And
yep.
Oh my God.
I know that was crazy. And then Tasha, she gets home and she got to clean up the mess from being raided.
Yeah. I thought at first it looked like she had been robbed because they didn't show the house.
Because the house looked ransacked.
Yeah, it didn't show like stuff all over the place. But when she got back home, coming home to that mess, you imagine like, unfortunately,
you got to explain that to your children.
Is in jail, and then your house got ransacked, raided. The gun is gone. You know what I'm saying? So you got all of this stuff going on.
And then Ghost is walking down the hall.
You ain't got no money, no money.
It's crazy. I mean, and your man was taking all your money for his clubs and his chick.
Yep.
That's gotta hurt. But then, so the man of the hour, the man who couldn't keep it in his pants and was sleeping with the enemy, is now in jail.
Yep.
And he would not have been going through any of that stuff had he not had anything to do with Angela in the first place. Exactly. So anyway, so he walking down the hall, all the prisoners. And Charlie Murphy's character, who is the security, he's a CO, I think that's what they call. He says, stop resisting. He wasn't resisting. He wasn't doing nothing.
No.
Ghost wasn't doing nothing but walking. He like, I'm not resisting. So then Charlie Murphy character, the guard, takes him down like a corridor. And I'm telling Kim, I'm like, they about to beat him.
Yep.
I already knew it. Because he kept calling him a cop killer the whole episode.
Yep. And so you know what they do with cop killers in jail?
They get them behind a couple of the doors or whatever.
Start beating
and they just whop
out of him.
They start
beating the crap out of him. And
that was the end of the episode. Him getting beat.
Yep. So we got a lot to expect this season, y'all.
It's a lot going on. We gonna figure out what Kanan really got planned for Tariq.
Exactly. And then what about Dre?
Because Kanan a murderer. You never know.
No, and the thing is, he's after blood.
Yes, he is. He is.
He don't have no shame in it.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
Nope. So we don't know what's gonna happen. This is gonna be a good season. I don't know if Ghost's gonna be in prison the whole season.
I hope not.
I hope not.
Cause that'll just drag it out. Like
they gotta figure out that Sandoval did it.
Yeah. Hopefully they do.
Because Sandoval did it.
Yeah. Hopefully they do. Hopefully there's some surveillance somewhere that shows he was on scene and then why he was there.
And then remember when the attorney was like, we got to figure out what's going on because it's something fishy because what's his name? Knox came up dead and Hefe came up dead too.
Yeah.
And little do they know, Hefe was blackmailing Sandoval the whole time. So Sandoval is super crooked.
Yeah.
He's very crooked.
It's so many ties and twists. You like,
but that's what makes the show good.
What's gonna happen next?
That's what makes it so good. So we really enjoyed this episode. We hope y'all enjoyed it too.
Yes.
So tell us how you feeling in the comment section.
Make sure you give it a thumbs up.
Yes.
So we know more to come for you all.
And make sure you subscribe because we definitely will be doing this entire season.
Yes.
We gotta do it.
Oh yeah.
We gotta do it. So we'll catch y'all every Sunday.
Yes.
So we will see y'all next week.
Yes.
Thank you for tuning in.
And I'm Kim.
And I'm Shay.
We'll talk to y'all later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
I should say alligator.
See you later, alligator.
After a while, crocodile.
Thank you for coming to Writer's Vlogs.
In the description box, you'll find
links to our social media,
blog,
and anything else you need to know.
Be sure to rate,
comment,
and subscribe to our channel.
Mwah.